Alright, good morning, boys and girls. And they, them. Sorry, I can't help myself sometimes. Oh man, kills me. Anyway, what I'm holding here is, this is a living Bible, and it was my mother's. I've held it close since she's passed away, and it's given me a lot of strength to stay determined, giving me a lot of strength when I miss her, you know. But anyways, today's video isn't about, Bible thumping or about belief or anything like that, because I don't know if I believe or not. But like I said, what's it hurt to try? So that's what I'm doing. This channel is about being better today than I was yesterday. So this is why I brought this. I'm not going to Bible thump again, like I said. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you something really cool that I found that my mother had wrote to me. And it was basically her prayer for me that I didn't even know she wrote until I found this Bible after she passed away. Now, it's going to be a little hard for me to get through, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. Maybe it'll give you guys a little bit of inspiration, because it sure as hell did me. So, what's crazy is she had written, I think, yeah. I didn't do very good in school, as you could tell. But anyway, when I picked up and found the Bible, I had noticed that she had these yellow pieces of paper in them, and a bunch of them. And look, a whole bunch of papers. And they're all prayers for me, my brother, the grandkids, my dad. And she never shared it with nobody. Nobody knew. Or, my dad might have knew, but I didn't know. My brother didn't know. Grandkids didn't know. But I wanted to share with you what she had wrote to me, and why I'm so dedicated to making it in the world and being a better person. So, as you can see, this is not my handwriting, that's for sure. And then there's dates on there. And those dates are 7/21/18 and 9/7/18. So she wrote it back in 2018. Alright, now bear with me, because I might cry. Might not be able to make it through it all the way, but I'm going to try. So anyway, it says, Russell, my prayer for you is to find your way back to the person who knew he could do anything, if he tried hard enough. So please, try and find a way to get on your knees and give God all your worries. And then right under it says 7/21/2018. Prayer continue for you, my son. May this be the right job you have been looking for, and you and your family find the way. At the time, I'm pretty sure I was still married to Rosa. And I think that's what she was referring to. And then on 9/7/2018, 2 months later, she writes, prayers that you can find peace in your daily life. And there's a word I can't really pronounce, because I can't really read her handwriting that well. But it says, your struggles will lead you to the one who can heal everything. So even though I don't necessarily know what's out there or what to believe, I believe that the moral compass of a Christian is probably the best way to live your life. And that's what I'm trying to do. Now, I'm not very good at it, because like I said, I have a hard time believing. But I'm working on that. It's a process. I didn't become a junkie overnight, and I sure as hell didn't get clean overnight. I'm sure as hell not going to believe overnight. But what I can say is, I have more drive, more determination, and more just sheer will than I've had in a very, very long time. And, you know, I guess losing someone close to you does that. Because when I decided to get sober, it was because of someone I'd lost. I didn't lose them to death. The person knows who they are. I lost them to drugs, lying, and cheating. All the things that, you know, they say Satan rules this earth, and I guess I was under his thumb. I don't know. But, like I said, I'm going to give it a try. I'm not going to Bible thump. That's just it. I just wanted to read that to you before I started working out and get my workout in. And you guys pretty much know my routine by now. If you don't, go back and check out some of the other videos. I have a raw, unedited video of me working out, of my workout. The routine don't change that much, you know. Every once in a while I'll change up and do something different, but I don't take any days off. I work out 7 days a week, and I do it more for my mentality than I do for my body. The body's just a plus. Or you can look at it the other way around, you know. Get a great body, then your mentality is a plus. It's just, it works both ways, I'm telling you. And after being a procrastinator and all the other things I used to be, I kind of like this person a little bit better. I hope you guys do too. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut you off there. And I'm done with my rant for this morning. I wouldn't necessarily call it a rant. I just think that it's pretty cool that I found this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So hopefully you guys can find some kind of inspiration out there to get up off the couch, do what you need to do, get in the gym, eat right, and treat people nice, you know? No matter what. You don't know what they're going through, all right? I struggle with it still every day. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. But I promise, if you're kinder to the next person, whether they're mean to you or not, it'll impact their life. Because if psychedelics have taught me anything, it's taught me that the ripple effect is real. Meaning, you drop, you know, something into a pond and it ripples out. Well, that's your actions, and the way you treat people has a ripple effect. And not just on that person, but on that person's life, and then on the next person's life that they touch, and then so on and so forth. So, you know, you might go to the store and treat somebody like complete dog shit, and then guess what? They're going to be in a bad mood, and then they're going to go home and they're going to treat their spouse like shit. You know, or you know, then after that, their husband's going to go to work, or, you know, come home from work, and he's going to get the ass end of it. And so then he's going to treat a friend like shit, or his mom like shit, or his dad like shit. It just keeps going and going. So let's try to be kind to people. Let's try to be better tomorrow than we were today. And I promise you the world will be a better place. So whether you believe or don't believe, I think the moral of the story is why not give it a shot? Or at least live your life like there is a God. Because then if you do, man, you'll be unstoppable. So let's get after it, guys. Thanks for watching. Alright, so for one, I had to take off the overshirt. It was just too much, too hot in here for that. And for two, I had a weird thought. So, you know, as I'm trying to learn this afterlife thing and this God and journey that I'm on, have you heard of the James Webb telescope, you know, and the Hubble telescope, and how they've found all these new galaxies and these new Earth-like planets, and there could be billions and billions of Earth-like planets out there. Now hear me out. What if, you know, you are judged on this planet for how good you are and how bad you are. And let's say you lived life like Jesus and you finally ascend. Well, I think maybe, just maybe, that's probably the ultimate ascension. You go to heaven or whatever you want to call it, and that's it. You're in paradise forever. But what if you're in the middle? You're in between. I don't necessarily believe that if you're a good person, but don't necessarily believe that you're going to go to hell, right? So what if these galaxies, these places that are like Earth-like planets, what if when we die, we're judged, and then we're sent to another one of those planets, almost like reincarnation, to try again? And the planet will be just like this one, but you'd either be a different person or the same person, but then you try again. And you just keep trying and trying and trying until you get it right. And then you fully ascend. Now that sounds pretty cool, to be honest. But just food for thought. Anyway, let's get back at it.